onegaishimasu. We'll just start with turning. Just moving the body as well, so moving the feet, taking small steps on side. Really, in this case, focus on the grip. So, in this case, really focusing on the back of the grip, the little finger and the ring finger are the ones that are really gripping the most. This kind of seals the grip to the jaw. Then change the side. Just keep the body moving. Side again. And then just alternating each side. Okay, spiraling with the hip. One hand. Changing side. Alternating each time at the side. Get both hands in the middle, just rolling this way. Change the hand that's on top and the same direction. And then reverse direction. So I'm going to swing from underneath this way. Good. Changing hands. I split the hands so that they're like this. Kind of the thumbs are pointing towards each other in this case. So like this. And just coiling this way. So really now rolling big circles. Allow the front and the back to go. So as much concentration in front as kind of open out. Right. You can, in this case, keep the jaw in contact with the chest. Yeah, and kind of roll through with the chest. It's actually the core that's making the movement, not the arm. So have this feeling like the core leads the movement. That's it. Good. And in this case, this one in particular with the core leading, what I don't want to do is, again, twist out of the body. So this is okay for kind of movement, but in terms of generating power later, this won't really go. So really have a sense of being in the center of the movement. So the core is going to actually, I'm just going to kind of revolve my periphery around the core. It's more like this kind of feeling, but don't allow the core in this case to kind of wobble. The core's stable. And in this case, rolling back the other way. So really leading the movement from the center of the body. That's it. Okay. You're going to start like this now. From here, you're going to do a very similar movement this way, like this. But as you do it, the back hand is going to slide down into the center this way. And then you're going to find the back, find the center this way. So you're kind of pulling the jaw through, pulling the jaw back. Very similar movement to these kind of gedan movements. So pulling the jaw from the back as you go here. You're going to come through, pulling from the back, find the center. Pulling from the back, find the center. Back, and then the hand slides. The hand slides. And again, try and keep the core in the center of the movement. Pulling the jaw through the body. Good.
Is it just me, but you're frozen?
I'm frozen.
Yeah, you're back.
Back.
Stopped.
Good. Okay, now exactly the same, but you go from underneath, you go from here, rolling through underneath. So the movement comes here, and then I change. Draw from the back, rolling underneath. Draw from the back, rolling underneath. So now the arcs from the hips down, this way. This way. That's it. That's it. Okay, good. And then try this one. This time the thumbs are pointing in the same direction. So this way. Here you're going to feed the jaw all the way through the hand. So the backhand now is going to swing all the way through, and it's going to change position. It's going to take the end. Okay, now as I do this, the hands are together, and then slide all the way to the back again. Yeah, so slide the hand in with the hip, curl in, and change the hand. So really slow goes this, this. You're basically passing the hand to the other hand, replacing it, and then passing the hand to the back of the jaw. Swinging in, swinging back. Swinging in, swinging back.
Michael, does your hand pass the other hand when you go back again?
In this case, I go here, and then it basically replaces, and then
and then you, yeah.
It's basically going to pass over the hand. So as it comes through, it's going to kind of open and
you're going to pass over the hand.
Yeah. So I keep try and maintain as much contact as you can with the hands. They just kind of flow over. That's it. Hopefully you've got the space.
That's why I went outside when it's raining.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, okay, good. Now very similar. Again, the thumbs are pointing both down the weapon. You're gonna feed the jaw through as you go around the body. Yeah, and then just one-handed. You're gonna kind of release the jaw here. Keep it very light. So the arm's just gonna do like this. But no power in the arm. Just really playing with moving the weapon through the system. In this case, just one-sided. Feed it through and let it drop. Feed it through and let it drop. Feed it through, let it just drop down. Feed it all through the hand. And again, feel like you're really pulling it from the back, rolling from the back. That's it. Good. And then just change side, left side, feed it through the hand, and then just let it swing through. Feed it through, swing through. Slow and controlled. That's it. Okay, and very similar. Now you're just going to practice kind of catching with the other hand. So here, as you go, the backhand is going to catch the Joe near the hand. Yeah, and it's going to slide down. Yeah, and in this case, you can change sides. So swinging back, taking, rolling around. Here, now the Joe's going to fall into this hand. Yeah, slide it down. Hopefully, clear. This way, around the back, catch it, change. Catch it, change.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, you're going to take the Joe about 2 fists down here. The thumb's pointing at one side. Okay, so it's like this. You're just going to practice from a square position, just curling over this way, and then curling over back. And this time you're going to bring the second hand in. You're going to go like this. Curl over this way, and then curl over back. If I don't bring the second hand, the arm's really weak. It goes into the kind of position. So just explore here, bringing in the second hand. Yeah, and then just go back again. 1 goes 2. And if you'll see, it's kind of two. It's a kind of X, forms an X shape. So the first one's a diagonal, and then the second one's a diagonal across the body. So 1, 2, 1, 2, forming like an X in front of the body. 1, 2. That's it. Good. And then you can do the same thing on the other side. So 2 fists down, whereabouts. Here you're going to swing across one way, bringing the second hand in, swinging this way. So one way, one hand, and then the second hand comes in to support. So 1, 2, 1, 2. Good. Okay, great. So all those kind of preparations for the next set of Suburi, which are one-handed movements, katate movements, and there's 3 one-handed movements. We'll go to them. We'll just revise the first 10, okay, nice and quickly. I'm just going to start with number 1. We just do a few of each. So number 1, just starting here. Yeah, very nice, clean, basic. Number 1, just sliding in. Here, here. Just a few of each. We'll just run through the whole set. 1 to 10.
Good.
Good. Go to number 2. So, Kaishi ski, hand over the top. Hand over. Okay. Good. Number 3. Ushio ski. So, rolling back, thrusting to the rear. Rolling back. Number 3. Good. Number 4. Ski Kerangaishi. So starting in ski kamai, thrusting forward, rolling back, and striking to the knee. Ski Kerangaishi. Good. Number 5. Ski Jordan Gaishi. Now high with the head. With a ski Jordan Gaishi. I'll give it a try. No. Good. Number 6. Doorman coming. So starting now in the right side. Raising and nice and simple. So Shomen Uchikomi. Number 6. Yeah, go ahead. Number 7 is Renzoku. So starting the same way, striking on the right, striking on the left hand. Yeah, Renzoku. Good. Number 8. Striking on the right side, drawing back. Gerangaishi on the left side. So Menuchi Gerangaishi. Okay. Oh. Good. Number 9 is Menuchi. Again. Here, striking on the right side and then thrusting to the ring, the left side. Back. Strike on the right, left. Menuchi. Yoski. Okay, good. Number 10. That's what you said. Yaku Yokomen. Striking on the left side. Hiroski on the right. So stepping from the back foot. So Yaku Yokomen. Hiroski. Hey. Hey. Good. Okay. Any questions on that first set? 1 to 10. No? Clear? The 1 to 10 is also the kind of basic set of the Suburi, and then 11 to 20 is the advanced set. So it's slightly more challenging in terms of connecting to the weapon. So the next set we go to is a one-handed movement. So 11, 12, 13, or katate movement. So number 11 starts like this. You're in tsukikamai. You draw the jo back all the way through the hands. Here the hand is just in this position here, and I'm extended away from the body this way. And then the strike in this case is a yokomen that rises from the ground this way, and it finishes like this. So you start in tsukikamai, roll all the way back, and then from arcing through the body, striking to the head, and then rolling the jo back here this way. I've showed a few times, so sliding back, stepping forward with a striking swing. Start this really slow and just look for the connection. Back, rolling in the body. Yeah. Anything in this position for this one. Yeah, give it a try. Katate, gerangaishi. It's a one-handed low returning strike.
Michael, can you show the last position? So where you finish, because that was quite hard to see.
Here, rolling in, and then I'm in this
Yeah.
position.
And then you, yeah. So your thumb is pointing downwards to your right thumb.
The idea of
Yeah.
the idea in this position is that I can continue a strike down this way.
Yeah, back again.
With the back of the jaw, the idea is that I can draw the movement down this
Back.
way. That's the kind of feeling in this. It goes here, this way. It's about 45 degrees.
Thank you.
Go in. Okay. Okay, this is quite a difficult movement. So because you've really only got one hand in control, the tendency is for the movement to kind of go like this here and be too low. Think in this case, I don't know if I can show you. Can you see this post? Can you see this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is my head height. So when you, hopefully you can see, when you do this, the strike needs to reach the head this way. So the strike is coming from low, but it reaches high this way. Hopefully you can see here, it strikes this way. And then from here, it rolls around
Back.
this way. Yeah. Just be careful in this case. You don't want to do this low. This would be like a glancing blow. This would just glance at someone with no power. So you need, in a sense, this is still a Yoko Menuchi, but it's rising this way. Rising this way. So in this case, just use two hands. This is easier to feel with two hands. So have two hands on the jaw and just roll through and just look for basically the same height as my head with the tip of the jaw. So it's a kind of blow just with the tip here. This. You need a really strong extension in the arms and then connect it to the front foot. So the front foot I'm pressing into strongly and then arcing through the body. So just try and really find this kind of connection. This way. Awesome.
Michael, top bit, I think, does it just rotate 180 degrees?
Ooh, good question. So you go from this position.
Yeah.
What I do with the arm is just basically arc it through. And then as it comes through, the hand just does a slight movement like this. Yeah, 180.
It's just 180.
From front. Basically, I keep the thumb facing forward. So the thumb stays forward. This way. This way.
Okay.
Yeah, one of the dangers in this movement also, what you don't want to do in this is twist the wrist in any way. So there's a lot of weight in the jaw, especially if you do this fast. And if I do this, if I do something like this in the wrist, they call it like flicking the wrist. I don't want to flick the wrist because there's a ton of weight coming from the jaw. And if I do this, lots of times you'll break the wrist. You'll seriously injure it. So, and in the case of hitting something, if I hit it while I'm twisting the wrist's in a very weak position, and the impact will definitely break your wrist. So in this case, what you need to do, without fixing the wrist, but maintaining strong extension through it. So it's really got a sense of koku through the wrist here. But it's not that the wrist twists the jaw this way. It's that the whole arm arcs through. So the whole arm arcs through, and then it rotates just at the end. So the arm's doing this, and coiling. But make sure you don't flick the wrist out. This is dangerous.
Okay, thank you.
Keep going. That's good. Awesome. Good. Good. And one more point, just about the kind of general body. Those are kind of specifics. The wrist, the big danger in this technique is that I get pulled out of the ground. Again, this is major. This is a major problem in the technique. So I'm in the ground, and then as I go, the jaw arcs up and it pulls me up out of the ground. And then what happens is this kind of bobbing. This kind of boom and settling. What I need to do is kind of maintain the weight down. So as you go, really get a feeling of arcing underneath the ground this way, so that the center stays low. And don't allow the center to be pulled up and then have to settle down. So this thing of toe is weight underneath, weight underside all the time. Really with the center, staying connected to the ground this way. So the calmer you roll through with a sense of the ground. Yeah, give it a try. But the jaw will want to pull you out of the ground. Try and not allow it. That's it. Great.
When you finish with the jaw at the top, Michael, does it actually go just straight above your head, or is it at an angle?
In this case, it's just at an angle here. So if you think about the arc, it runs from this side of the body to this side. And it's just stuff at an angle this way. So not directly above the head. Yeah, just here.
Okay, thank you. Now I can see it because you're facing the camera. I can see it clearly. Thank you.
Good. For those that want to, if you want to just practice that form, for those of you that know it, come to here, find this movement, and then continue into a second strike. So from here, you're going to step from the back foot, strike down, and then you just come back into the posture. So you go back, strike through, strike a second time, and then come back. So come here, rolling through, continue the motion, this, and then this. Yeah, or you can just stick with the Suburi proper. This is not the Suburi, this is a connected form. That's to play with it. Yeah, that's. Oh. 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 Good. Nice, nice. Okay, good. So we go to 12. This is katate tomauchi, means kind of great strike or kind of a long distance strike. You'll see this done from either skikamai or from jokamai. We'll do it from jokamai because this is how it's kind of traditionally done in the set. In this case, you're going to take the jo here, bring it all the way over the back of their head, and then stepping through, and again with a yokomen strike. I'll just show it a few times. Rolling back, striking down. So here.
Michael, with this strike, there is some kokyo in the hand, but can we see it from a closer distance? Yeah, when you're striking, the way the hand takes the kokyo position, so it doesn't, you know, the wrist doesn't kind of circle around. So you know what I mean, right? Because mostly something happens here. To prevent it, what's the position we should keep our hand so it doesn't happen like this?
You're gonna use the like this way. So it's actually the same way I use it to strike. This way.
Yeah.
This
and
way.
Then it turns.
And it's one this way.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this way.
My hand's doing this kind of movement.
Okay.
This and then arcing through. This arcing through. Okay. Give this a quite difficult one.
It is.
I'll show it a few times so you can copy.
Okay.
Way. Sliding back. Joe comes right behind the back of the head in this one. And then curving, striking down.
Okay. I'll try, thank you.
Right.
Michael, when we step back, are we going straight back or do we go off at an angle?
Yeah, this one just comes slightly off at an angle. So in this case, what I'm going to do is wedge off the line to the left, slightly to the left. So pressing from the front, yeah, slightly off at an angle, and then swinging the hips through this way.
Thank you.
Wedging off, and then finishing now this way. That's good. Nice, good, good, good. Good. Okay, in terms of the hand position and the strike itself, again, it's a kind of yokomen. Hopefully you can see. Yeah. In this case, you want to strike the weapon down. This is a right strike down. It's really like a yokomen. You strike this one. So in this case, make sure that the structure of the arm is solid here. At the point when I'm really at an extended point here. And then the feeling is of slicing through with it. So it's rolling through, connecting here. Again, what I don't want to do is flick the wrist out and make the movement. So be very careful in this case of flicking the wrist. I don't want to do it in the wrist. If I do this and I hit something again, I'll break the wrist. All the impact goes straight to the joint and then it'll just break it. So I'll have no wrist at the end. So don't do that. Come here, really like this way, and then swing it through. So take this very slow. Connect this movement. Good, solid structure. Extension through the jaw, and then just continue the movement down. Yeah. Long. Yeah. This way. Yeah, give it a try. Again, it's a yokomen strike. That's good. Good. Okay, it's for those who know the movement. If you want to just practice the Suburi as is, that's fine. In this case, you can also extend the movement. So from here, striking in, and then from this position, here the next obvious movement I can make is a thrust to the front, so to here. So just play with this one, rolling back, striking down, and then from the back, thrusting in this way. This is really the obvious strike next. So here, strike, thrusting in, and then coming back. Back, striking down, thrusting in. So this end position should really allow me to just move into another attack. And in this case, a front ski is the most obvious. That's it. Nice. All right. Good, Serena. Good. You got it. Keep going. That's it. Okay, good. So number 13, the last in this set, is called Katate Hachi no Jigaishi. That means a one-handed figure of 8 turning move. Hachi no Jigaishi. So in this case, you start about 2 fists down the jaw, not too high and not too low down. It's about 2 fists space. In this case, this is 2 steps. The left foot here, and the jaw is just by the resting on the right side, the right foot. Just in the same line here, okay? We do this in 2 steps. You're gonna swing from the back here and step in here. You're gonna do 1 strike just to here. So just practice this first step. He goes here like this. This is a yokomenuchi. This is a raking blow across the body this way. So from the back foot, here swings in and then strikes down. Really strong extension here as you do this. So 2 fists down, just take the jaw at the back, same line as the right foot, and then stepping in, bringing the jaw in, striking this way. Just do this a few times. Striking in. Nice and solid. Again, it's a yoko menuchi. Break it. That's it. Yeah, good. That's it. Got it. Super. Good. Okay, and the next step. In this case, this is like 2 strikes. So this is 1, and then I strike again the second time. And in this case, I finish in a hasso position, kind of in a hasso position. So from here, strike the first, and from here, again, bring the second hand in, and I make a second strike here to the side. And then from here, continue the jaw, and just revolve it around up. You're going to finish in this position here. Show a few times, and then I'll show detail. So from here, striking on the right side, bringing the hips in together, and then rolling back to this position. This is 2 strikes. 1, 2, and then rolling up into this position. Yeah? I'm gonna try. I'll do some close-ups. So. 2. Just in this case, be very careful. Don't, if you take too low on the jaw, or too high on the jaw, as you do this movement, you won't have space to take the jaw. Yeah, so you'll miss the jaw. If you go too high, or not too low on the jaw, the danger is as you go through the second movement, you're going to hit yourself in the head. So if you do this fast with too much jaw, you will hit yourself. So really get the right kind of position. It's about 2 fists down for me, but it's just enough so that when I finish, the jaw passes the head here. It's quite close to the body. And what I don't want to do is push the jaw out. This will disconnect me. So I want to just be here and then here, this way. Just enough that I can take the weapon. So here, this way. This hand doesn't move throughout the movement, so this hand stays where it is. This way. Okay. Yeah, keep going.
More feet movement when you're doing.
Sure. So from here, you're going to take a step, and then from here, I'm going to bring the feet together, and then I'm going to press them back this way. So this is 1, 2, 3.
Okay, thank you. I'll give it a try.
Right. That's it. That's it. Good. And for those, again, that are really familiar with the movement, see if you can work on, there's really this feeling that from the back, it's like I drag the jaw with the body. So really try and work on this kind of flexibility.
Michael, we can't see you.
Oh, no?
You're not in the spotlight.
Blah, blah. Oh, oops. Sorry, Marcellus. You just see my legs. Sorry about that. Oops. So in this case, really try and get this feeling of you're going to pull the jaw through the body. So it's got a very kind of elastic quality. So now just bring the movement together this way. The problem with doing it statically, 1, 2, it creates tension through the movement and in the hips. And try and get this feeling of dragging the jaw. So it's really got this kind of flexible quality. This. These strikes are kind of whipping, raking movement. They're kind of raking with the tip of the jaw this way. This way. So really just get a feeling for now, really rolling through the joint with the body. Very flexible movement. If I'm stiff, I take a lot of weight with the jaw. But if I'm relaxed, I can move the jaw quite fast. Good. And also one of the things can help feel like you put the whole weight of your body goes to the tip of the jaw. So I feel like when I make contact with the tip, it's like 70 kilos of weight is going to press through the tip of it. But in order for that to happen, I can't throw my weight into the weapon. What I need to do is just be grounded and heavy and allow the connection to transfer the weight to the tip. So really get a sense that rather than pushing out with the arms, that I really just have a sense of being heavy, grounded and connected to the weapon. In that case, you will be able to press the full weight of the body into the movement. Just think in terms of this is like a slap. So you could also just practice like this. In order to transfer weight through a slap, I don't really need to be stiff in the arm, and I don't need to push out. I just need to wave through the body this way. So this is really like a slap, and I just press the whole weight of my body into the ground as I do it. So this. This is really like a slapping move. Boom, boom. It's like this. Very efficient. Yeah. So essentially, try and get this feeling. I try and show you with the. If you've got anything you can strike, like the makiwara, these are really great. So what you need to get is a feeling that you wave through the body, so out through the extremity. What I'm not trying to do is hit with the hand this way. This is really stiff. This will creates all this tension in my arm. What I need to do is just keep the arm relaxed and just wave through the body. I can generate much more power if I do it like this. So I'm heavy in the ground, but the arm's very relaxed. This goes against our thinking, which means like power equals strength. So we have the wrong kind of idea. Power equals strength, but actually power has nothing really to do with strength. Strength is something else. But what you can do is generate power through relaxation, and this goes against everything we're kind of taught, or everything that our culture is set up to be. Strength is power, and power strength, but actually power is something totally different. So in this case, really get this feeling like it's actually the sinking of the body and the connecting of the arm that generates the power, but it's not in a kind of tension of doing it with the arm or doing it with the hand, but it's really just in a sense like this. So the movement generates the power, not the hand in this sense. Yeah, it's hard with the jaw because you'll try and do it with the jaw. Oh, we all do. Okay. Good. The last thing, just go through the three movements. So hopefully you can see. You've got Tate, Gerangaishi, starting in Skikamai, number 11. So rolling back, pressing through. Okay, Tate Tomauchi, rolling back, the choke comes behind the head, striking. You've got 13, Tate Hachino Jigaishi, striking twice and curling back up. Yeah, just play with those three. So the katate set is just 3. 1, 2, 3. 11, 12, 13. That's good. Oh. Good. Okay. Good. Any problems or questions about that set? 11, 12, 13. No? Super. Super clear. Good. Good. I forgot the picture again. I'll show you now. This is a really great picture. I love the picture. This is the picture we have of Saito Sensei in the Montreal dojo. Here we go. This one. This is great.
Yeah.
In the garden in Iwama, just outside the dojo.
It doesn't show. Yeah.
You got it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There.
Nice picture. Very calm. Nice, stable. Super duper.
Relaxed in the hands.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Great. Okay, we'll take the bow. Domo arigatou gozaimashita.
Arigatou shimashita.
Great. Thanks a lot. Thank you.